James Andrews. Make some noise for James Andrews. You know him. You love him. Keep it going for James Andrews.
Let's burn this motherfucker down. All right. Who else thinks that that last guy on stage is lucky that anybody's going to fucking marry him? I'm just curious. Well, anyway, I've got two baby mamas. And they both have the same fucking name. I wish I was making that up. But I'm not. They're both named Jennifer. So now when I'm talking to my friends and I tell a story about one of the Jennifers, I had to find a new way to identify which one I was talking about. So I now call them 1.0 and 2.0. And 2.0 is not the upgrade you would have hoped for. It was kind of like going from a Cadillac to a Corolla. You know, a Corolla's still a dependable car, and it'll get you to where you're going. But you lose some bells and whistles along the way. You know, things like home-cooked meals, honesty, her keeping other dudes' dicks out of her mouth. You know, just the basics. I've been going through the past 15 years, I've been writing down some random observations and some questions I'd like to have the answers to before I die. So way back when, this list started out stupid, like why does goddamn gas go up 30 cents at a time, but only come down 2 cents at a time? And when will these little Girl Scout bitches figure out that they can put the Keebler Elf out of business and sell the fucking cookies year round? But then it took a real twisted turn for the worse. I started writing things like, who's this Dirty Sanchez guy? And why does he have shit smeared across his upper lip? Does anybody else wonder why trees don't have stretch marks? How come there's something called black magic, but you don't see many black magicians? If Derby Day falls on Cinco de Mayo, is that a double Mexican holiday? Just curious. Does anybody else wonder if Skittles are the gateway to homosexuality? I mean, their slogan is "Taste the Rainbow." And who told Burger King I wasn't going to have it my way to begin with? And there's a condom company out there for supposed larger endowed men. But I gotta call bullshit, because they're called Magnums, but they make a product called Magnum Thins. And I can't help but think that's for guys who haven't come to terms with the size of their own dicks yet. And why will guys be worried about whether or not the carpet matches the drapes? Let's be honest, isn't it more of an area rug?
Oh my God.
Or hopefully a hardware floor, am I right, guys? And how come guys are so concerned whether or not a woman's got a gag reflex? Shouldn't he be more concerned whether or not he can put her fucking mouth to begin with? Because that's called consent. And I'm going to end that little piece off with this question. This is an equality-based question. So you have to look at it through rose-colored glasses. And do you ever wonder if they created white chocolate so that little black kids could get messy on a hot summer's day also? Well, I'm going to finish up with this little bit right here. I've got 3 kids, okay? I am personally a Gen X. And I have had to work hard for everything I've ever gotten in my entire life. I was instilled with with a work ethic from the age of 7 is when I started working. So, my oldest 2 sons are Gen Zs. And they ain't never had to do shit for nothing in their entire life. Everything's always been given to them. They don't know what hard work is except for marching band. But my youngest kid is a Gen Alpha. And he gives me hope for the future. My Gen Alpha, I gotta tell you right now, he's feral as fuck, y'all. but he's feral with technology. Hell, he could grow up to be the first RoboCop. Obviously, I dated myself. All right. So the other day, my 10-year-old was at Fort Herod, and he decided to climb a tree. Well, he climbed to the top of the tree with his iPad. And when he got to the top of the tree, he FaceTimed me from the top of the tree to tell me he climbed a tree. And then he spent the next 2 hours in the tree watching YouTube videos on how to climb trees better. But that's not the part that gives me hope. The part about this kid that gives me hope is this little fucker is savage as hell. The other day, we went to go get boba tea for the first time. Who here's had boba? Woo! Who here knows how this whole process works? Okay, so apparently when you go get your boba tea, you have to take your straw and make like your fucking Jason Voorhees or Michael Myers and stab that thing through the fucking roof of it just to get it through. Well, I took my first drink and one of the fucking bubbles hit me in the back of the throat. And it exploded. And all the juice went running down my throat all at once. And I started gagging and choking and fucking freaking out. And my 10-year-old, without missing a beat, looked up at me and he goes, "Dad, I'm glad you're straight. Because you'd make a shitty fucking gay guy." But this little fucker has gone and topped himself down. Just 2 nights ago, I went on a date and I left him at home by himself because that's still legal, just so you know. Don't call services. Anyway, my 10-year-old is at home alone, and he decided to talk to his mom on his iPad, and they're texting. This little fucker, he gaslit the shit out of her. He told her that he was home alone, and she goes, "Well, where's your dad?" He goes, "On a date." "Well, when's he going to be back?" "Well, tomorrow if it's a good thing, if you know what I'm saying." That's my 10-year-old. That's why I've got hope. I'm James Andrews. Follow me at James Andrews Comedy on Instagram. And just like Kathy said, we have a show at the Mad Axe on Saturday, 8 p.m., $10, fantastic lineup. Come on through. Tickets are available on eventbrite.com. Have a good night.
Make some noise for James Andrews. Keep it going, make some noise. What's up, Carnell? James Andrews has 3 kids. James, I think you should take all of those observations